The City of Whitefish appears to have mastered the art of overcharging property owners, as evidenced by its inflated 2024 impact fees. This follows closely on the heels of a $1.4 million settlement for a class action lawsuit over previous unlawful fees. Teaming up with Tischler Bees Inc., the city manipulated key data to drastically inflate impact fees, overcharging property owners $5,000 or more per new home. The evidence is overwhelming, yet the City of Whitefish refused to heed warnings from a professional utility engineer who flagged inaccuracies in the data. The engineer highlighted that the fees were disproportionate to actual costs, rendering them unlawful. Despite being warned of errors or potential fraud, Whitefish politicians refused to investigate, appearing to favor excessive fees regardless of their accuracy or fairness. One of these laws explicitly states, the impact fees imposed may not exceed a proportionate share of the costs incurred or to be incurred by the governmental entity in accommodating the development. The following timeline demonstrates how the $4,041 wastewater fee was actually created. January 2023. Tischler Bees tells Whitefish officials that wastewater impact fee was calculated using only one project, the new $27 million wastewater treatment plant, and that the fee was a small amount, just $696. Tischler Bees asks Whitefish for more projects to beef up this fee. The result of this change by Whitefish is astonishing. Wastewater impact fee went from $730 to $4,041. The amount to be collected in just 5 years would be over an estimated $4 million for a project that costs only $400,000. This clearly violates Montana state law and U.S. constitutional Fifth Amendment rights of property owners. A professional utility consultant, Brent Campbell, reviewed the report produced by Tischler Bees and stated that the fees charged by Whitefish were incorrectly calculated using data that was dimensionally inconsistent. Therefore, these fees were not fair and proportionate. The City Council, despite warnings from this professional consultant, adopted the Tischler Bees impact fees in a unanimous vote. The Council denied a recommendation that an independent auditor review these fees, specifically looking at the errors identified. The Mayor and Council are thus complicit in overcharging the property owners of Whitefish. Tischler Bees was hired by the City of Whitefish to calculate its 2024 impact fees. However, upon reviewing the water and wastewater impact fees, we identified serious errors committed by both the city and their consultant. Initially, Tischler Bees relied on data provided by Whitefish officials for a sewer piping replacement project. This data was consistent with prior studies conducted by both Tischler Bees and FCS Group. However, when the initially calculated impact fee of $730 was deemed too low, Tischler Bees and Whitefish officials altered the data and dimensions to increase the fees. Specifically, the flow capacity of the piping, originally set at 1 million gallons per day, was inexplicably replaced with the storage capacity of the pipe, set at 10,000 gallons. This substitution was fundamentally flawed, as it rendered the data incompatible with the formulas used by Tischler Bees. The recalculation using the incorrect data produced a dramatically inflated impact fee of $4,041. This error occurred because Tischler Bees used data with incompatible dimensions, akin to multiplying the cost of an apple by the number of oranges. The dimensions must match for the calculations to be valid, otherwise the results are dimensionally inconsistent and meaningless. Previous studies by Tischler Bees and FCS Group provide overwhelming evidence that the 2024 Whitefish impact fees were grossly overstated. In 2 prior studies conducted for Hamilton, Montana and Buckeye, Arizona, Tischler Bees used flow capacity, gallons per day, as the basis for calculating impact fees for piping projects. Similarly, in the 2018 Whitefish impact fee study, FCS Group used flow capacity. The 2024 Tischler Bees study for Whitefish is the only instance where storage capacity, rather than flow capacity, was improperly used to calculate impact fees for piping projects. This significant error has resulted in substantial overcharges for Whitefish property owners. Despite warnings from a professional consultant, the Mayor and City Council ignored the issue, raising concerns about the motivations of city officials. This grievous mistake, left unaddressed, places an undue financial burden on property owners and undermines trust in the city's governance. For further information, join us at our Facebook group, Whitefish Town Square. You can also contact us at impactfeeabuses@yahoo.com. Thank you for watching.